dog status, I'm a big dog vet. I pull up on the block in a big Corvette. Yeah, ride around the city with a stick all black.
Welcome back. After a small intermission, we're doing a little controversial movie, I guess, today.
Yeah, we sure are. Cuties.
Mignon.
I don't know how to say that first name.
Maimouna Doucouré.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Like that. You can pretend.
That sounds right. Yeah.
I'll just cut in the Google, when you're writing Google Translate, the robot say it, I'll just cut that in right when I do it.
Yeah, so where we at? We're doing Cuties.
That's a fun one. This was one you brought up a while ago you wanted to jump on when there was quite a bit of hype around it. Yeah,
back in like late August, early September, I think.
Yeah, which is when we're recording it now, in August. Yeah. This is time-stamped.
But do you want to jump right in, or do you want to, I don't know, we haven't talked in a while. Do you want to go over what you've been watching lately?
Yeah, have I been watching good stuff lately? I gotta think. Been watching The Curse of Oak Island on History Channel. That show rocks. Other than that, not too many rocking movies. How about yourself?
I watched Porno the other night. That was fun.
Yeah? Is that good?
Yeah. Not like, actual pornography, but there's a movie called Porno.
Yeah, I'm looking at the cover right there. It's a pretty sick little cover art.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's just like a comedy horror type thing.
Yeah.
It's just good fun,
Naive teens working at a movie theater in a small Christian town discover a mysterious film hidden in its basement. They unleash an alluring succubus who gives them a sex education written in blood. That's good. I always love those the ellipses dots.
Yeah. I watched
Nocturne. Very bad. Also not good.
Yeah, it sucked. It sucked big time.
Oh yeah, big time suck.
I was disappointed because it was with what's her name? Sydney Sweeney? Yeah, from Euphoria. This girl?
I'm not too sure. Doesn't look too familiar.
Have you seen Euphoria?
I don't think so.
It's a good show.
No.
My Octopus Teacher I loved. Did you see that?
Yeah, I watched that too.
What did you think? Did you like it?
I watched it with my girlfriend and we were like, oh, this is a cute movie. And then I watched it again at work and everyone was lighting it up. So I was like, oh, really? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not watching this movie. I thought it was good though, secretly.
What were they saying?
Just making jokes about the guy fucking the octopus.
Oh, okay, well, yeah.
The usual stuff, the ass and things. What you'd expect with my Octopus Teacher. I thought it was pretty fun though.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the new Borat movie?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think?
Not as good as the first, but it was funny enough.
Yeah.
It's a little too of the times, Like I don't think that's gonna be funny in 3 years.
Yeah, like too topical.
Yeah, very too topical, a bit too political. It's for the time now. It's funny. Like Borat, the first Borat movie, that you fucking watch 10 times a day, every single day for the rest of your life. I'm still laughing the entire time.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that first Borat, I would say, is that and Monty Python Holy Grail are the two perfect comedies.
I like Life of Brian.
Life of Brian.
Speaking of Monty Python.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Did you hear what Warner Brothers announced?
No, what's that?
They're going to release their entire theatrical slate on HBO Max next year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they were like
Max. I think is worth it, dude.
It's not in Canada yet.
Oh, it's not. We don't have it.
No.
I thought you could go through Crave and watch it.
Yeah, but they only license their original content.
Ah, I understand.
Yeah, so I don't know. We might get the shit end of that deal. Like internationally, people who aren't in the States might end up getting a shit end of that deal.
That's too
bad. I don't know what they're going to do about that.
Yeah, that's how I've been doing the catching up on the Sopranos and stuff is through the Crave
Yeah.
HBO. But yeah, it's true now that you say it. There's not that much, and some seasons are like cut off midway through. Like if there's five
Oh,
seasons,
that's weird.
they'll only give you 3 seasons.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty. Like what's it,
Yeah.
Curb Your Enthusiasm and shit? They're missing all the new seasons and everything.
But what do you think, like in a general sense, of companies doing that? Like just like doing theatrical and stream release at the same time?
I mean, for the time being now, I think it's quite convenient to do that now. I don't think people are really going to theaters. I mean, I like the theater experience, going to see the movie, getting some popcorn, sitting down. I mean, that's an event in itself. But if you really just want to watch the movie and you don't want to go out and sit down in a theater with a guy coughing on your neck and pissing on your ankles, it might be fun to watch it
I don't know
online.
what kind of theaters you've been going to, Nick.
That's the dollar cinema here.
Is it an extra $1 for them to piss on you?
50 cents only. On Tuesdays, the bargain. That's ladies' night.
Nice. There you go.
This movie, I find Cuties. I think it might bring us back to our podcasting roots when we were talking about Cannibal Holocaust and stuff, where the stuff around the movie is almost more interesting than the movie itself.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, let's jump in. Let's go for it.
I was trying to think of how we should analyze this, if we should do a normal our film analysis where we talk about it kind of part by part, what we liked and didn't like, or if we kind of jump back and forth between the controversy in this. Because I think most people listening might know the controversy, but not the movie itself.
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah, I think probably open with the controversy and then do what we usually do afterwards.
Sounds good to me.
For those who don't know, Cuties is a movie that was released at, I think it premiered at Sundance.
Yeah.
And
not
it's a
perfect premiere, but I'm pretty sure it won like a judge.
Okay, fair. Yeah. She definitely, Ducournau definitely won the directing award.
Yeah, and I think this is her directorial debut. I think she was music videos before or something.
Yeah, well, she had released a short that was very well critically acclaimed before this, and then the script for this won an award as well a year before she filmed it.
Okay,
or something like that.
Yeah, and this is all at the AVN Porno Awards, right?
The movie is about a girl named Amy who I don't know, finds she's kind of a bit of a loner. She finds a group of friends who are into dancing.
Yeah.
And then they start dancing provocatively in order to win this competition. Some like weird talent show held at a park or something.
Yeah. With dance crews of teenage girls coming in to dance.
Yeah.
What is it? Her family is Sudanese, I think, in this movie.
Yeah.
Was it Sudanese? I haven't written
Senegal.
Down. Yeah, Senegalese. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I guess they're full Muslim. Her family.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of what's that story? Traditional versus modernity kind of conflict.
Yes. Yeah.
The standard, and a coming of age story. It's pretty, like when you look at it thematically like that, it's pretty straightforward as a story, and it's almost surprising that something like this would become as provocative or as controversial as it did. Because I mean, what's the movie from like the 70s, The Blue Lagoon, and it's two teenagers who I think were actually like 16 and stuff, all naked, running around on an island, and people, oh, this is a fun movie. They're coming of age. They're learning about themselves. So it's kind of funny. Like there's countless other movies with the exact same formula as this, almost using the same punches, the same kind of innuendo. But this, for some reason, blew up. A lot of people were talking about this movie, and a lot of people who hadn't seen the movie were talking about the movie.
Yeah, because the movie hadn't even released yet.
Yeah,
internationally.
Yeah, I think
what happened. The Netflix had released a trailer. So when you not a trailer, a poster. So when you go on the Cuties page now for Netflix,
Yeah.
It's all there. Oh, is she going to play the movie? Okay. It looked very different.
Yeah, wasn't it that? Yeah, there,
It was
that
this
poster
one.
there. Yeah,
So these are the two posters back to back.
yeah, and
So this is the one that got Netflix in heat.
yeah,
It's just, for 11-year-old girls who look to be dancing provocatively, wearing dance clothes.
but I don't even know if that's provocative now. It seems like that's just the standard kind of dance moves.
Yeah, I agree. This does
You kind of
to
pop
me.
around and stuff. It doesn't seem like that's anywhere out of the norm for any kind of dancing or dance movie or something.
Yeah, but this poster alone is what sparked all of the controversy.
Yeah.
Which to me blows my mind because, like you're saying, that's not that bad.
No, I mean, it seems like when I would, like, if I didn't know anything about the movie and I just saw that poster, I would think it was something like Pageant Moms or something, you know?
Yeah, same.
Like
it looked like fucking, what was that show on TLC?
Yeah, exactly. It was some pageant thing, but it looked like a bunch of kids doing little shows and stuff, and you go, this looks like something a girlfriend might want to watch. I don't really want to watch this kind of thing. But as kiddie porn, I don't think that would have been the first thing that popped in my mind.
Yeah, I agree. And it's weird to me because America is the only, like, this whole controversy started in America because it released in France fine.
Yeah. With
no one
praise, I think.
Yeah, with praise. You're right.
Yeah.
And then Netflix was in charge of the international release, and that poster fucking blew up in America.
Yeah.
And then people started calling this movie kiddie porn and all this, there were claims that they were encouraging child sex trafficking.
Yeah, all interestingly unfounded if you watch the movie.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
I was
happy to see Netflix never back down from defending the movie.
Yeah, that was good.
Except for in Turkey. I think they took it off in Turkey.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know, that's Turkey. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, name that bird.
But yeah, I mean, they were indicted in America.
Yeah.
They were there was a case brought to the fucking court. I know there's a handful of U.S. senators who made open letters to Netflix calling for them to pull it down, shit like that.
My favorite one was I think it was in Texas, where the governor's like, this is pornography, this is child porn, there's no artistic merit to this, and we're going to have this kind of taken down. And the first argument the person defending it was like, well, it won judge's prize at Sundance. I think that might be some kind of artistic merit.
Yeah. That alone should be enough to tell you that it's,
Yeah, this isn't a YouTube documentary,
Yeah, and I don't know. The whole story is insane.
Yeah, when you hear the hype, because I think we were familiar with the hype before we saw the movie.
Yeah,
it's completely lackluster.
The movie, you mean?
Well, the amount of controversial things in the movie.
Oh yeah.
I was watching this and I go, yes, this is a normal coming of age movie. You're kind of getting in a bit sexual territory. You're kind of learning about these kids. They're kind of becoming more adult, or they're becoming themselves. It's a standard story, really.
Yeah, I agree.
I couldn't think what would get this instead of other movies, this much controversy. What's the other movie? Moonlight Kingdom.
That's the Wes Anderson?
Yeah, you see that movie?
Yeah, I did.
I watched that movie with my mom, and it's pretty much the same thing. These two kids, they're running around in their underpants, they're naked, kissing and stuff. And that's a happy movie, and it's made in little storybook style. It's got a cute little aesthetic, and there's no issue. But this is filmed a bit more gritty, Française, a little more handheld in the street kind of thing.
Yeah.
That it got a bit more controversial for that, or is it because it's all girls in it? Maybe. I mean,
I think it was just the marketing. I don't know.
that it,
I also think I have like a weird theory that because this happened like middle of quarantine.
yeah,
People were just waiting for something to fucking be upset about.
yeah, or something to talk about other than
Yeah,
quarantine.
that's it.
Yeah.
And I think this just gave a lot of people an excuse to fucking focus all their energy
Mm-hmm.
and just hate this instead of hate their fucking life because life sucks now.
Yeah, this was a pretty big story going on too. I mean, I was hearing this on the radio, on podcasts that would never talk about films or anything.
Yeah, same. I mean, I was seeing people who like, I never talk to about movies or anything like that, posting fucking like sharing paragraphs and paragraphs about child porn on Netflix and all this shit.
Yeah, which is insanity, though.
Yeah, it was because, like you said, all this was happening before the movie even released.
Yeah.
So all of these people were talking about this movie without ever actually seeing it.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, is this any more child pornography? Just the marketing, the Netflix poster, is that any more child pornography than, let's say, your baby picture where you're naked in a tub? Because that's 10 times more provocative than I think some girls standing there doing poses,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, I'd go see my little cousin at a dance show, and it would probably be the exact same thing. And you go, oh, she's getting pretty good at dancing or something. It wouldn't even be a conversation. You go, oh, it's nice she has friends or something,
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a story, as this movie was.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't see it very often that people are upset at, like, the marketing of something. Or, like, I heard a few people were upset about a few directorial choices where maybe some zoom ins on like some lower bodies dancing around and gyrating and stuff. But that's a standard aesthetic in the kind of dance genre.
Yeah.
You want to have insert shots on the actual parts of the body that are moving where you go, oh, wow, that's quite interesting how the body moves like that. It's so you're saying?
What blew my mind most was that even without seeing it myself, but hearing about all this controversy, it took me maybe 2 minutes of Googling to find a quote from the director explaining what the movie is really about.
Yeah.
And how all of these people upset that the movie is like hypersexualizing young girls and all this shit, and they're mad about child pornography and whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, this movie is literally about that.
Yeah, that's
like they're on the same side.
Yeah,
this movie is a critique of sexualizing young girls.
Yeah, but we could be falling into the same trap that Cannibal Holocaust was falling into, where the critique becomes the method.
You don't think that was her intention?
I think it was her intention, but it could be where in the act of portraying the what would you call it, the over-sexualization, she in turn continues over-sexualizing.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Where like in Cannibal Holocaust, they were kind of saying, oh, this is exploitation filmmaking while they're killing turtles and killing animals and beating each other up and stuff.
True.
They kind of fall in the same trap.
But that is kind of the best way to do it, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be explicit with it. You have to show it to the audience. You can't make it a little hide and seek game, but Cannibal Holocaust for sure did it on a different level. I think this is a properly made, just a normal movie. It's just quite interesting.
I think a lot of people too aren't used to movies making them feel badly.
Okay.
Like, I don't think you're supposed to watch this movie and feel good.
Really?
I think you're supposed to watch this movie and be angry about the sexualization of young girls. I feel like that's the point.
Yeah. Sorry.
Maybe not, to the point where you're at an uproar, fucking raising your arms and yelling in the streets that Netflix should fucking shut down because of this movie.
Yeah.
But, the whole point is to start a conversation about this very real issue in society.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that is to expose people to it to the point that they're angry enough to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if this is even an over sexualization, or if this is kind of just exploring the kind of new norm of like adolescence and coming into your sexuality, like where before maybe in the 80s or something you'd go, oh, I'm gonna go grab a boob or something, and now you're gonna, oh, I'm gonna booty pop with little shorts on or something, you know, like
Yeah.
the progression of the coming of age. This was
it felt weird because it's not something I can relate to
no
at all, but it's still something I can sympathize with.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
a way.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah.
I mean, we're almost we're a full generation older than these people.
Mm-hmm.
So even our coming of age was like insanely different from what people are going through today.
Well, that was more cigarettes and skateboarding.
True. But I don't know, like I find it apart from the whole sexualization thing, it's an interesting look at how social media is affecting people in like the most integral part of their lives.
Yeah.
Because when we were 11, I mean, a handful of us had cell phones, maybe.
Yeah.
And like, what the most was MySpace still around? I don't know how old we are.
We're 39, but MySpace, I'm not sure.
So what, like Facebook was the extent of it?
Well, I think when we were getting into high school, Facebook was just kind of kicking off.
Yeah. So that's all we had in terms of social media growing up, you know?
Yeah.
Instagram and Snapchat only came around like when we were pretty much graduating.
Yeah, that's true. We don't really think about maybe or I don't at least, the effect these kind of medias have on kind of developing minds. What this kind of just like back in the day, you'd go and watch one movie a week or something and you go, oh, wow, I'm going to start dressing cool with a leather jacket or something. But now you're inundated with so much media or so much visual content. You go, oh, wow, I'm so confused, you know?
Yeah. And Instagram specifically does such a good job at saying they're anti, like they'll block anything with a female nipple in it.
Yeah.
But anything shy of that is fair game.
Yeah. Well, did you see the thing where people were selling stick-on fake nipples, but they were just modeled as nipples? That's quite fun.
Yeah. Or I saw for a while there was a trend going on where girls would post shirtless pictures of themselves and edit out male nipples on top of their nipples. And the algorithm didn't know the difference.
Fucking the internet rules, dude. The internet rules. For a time in like maybe 10 years ago or so, the internet fucking rocked, where it was just nonsense and mean stuff. Then it got pretty bad a few years ago, where it was all kind of social justice-y stuff. But I think it's coming back now into some fun territory.
Yeah, we'll see what happens next.
Yeah, well, I just had an idea before when you were going on the, I think you were on Netflix before, and the homepage for Netflix was the cartoon Big Mouth. Yeah. And that's a cartoon about kids who are pretty well the same age as the people in this movie. And they're like fully naked with little animated penises running around and stuff. And it's all hard-on sex jokes and stuff.
Yeah, true.
And that's no issue. Where it's the same theme, and I guess it's comedic and a bit further with like the depiction of it, but it's the same thing. It's still a coming of age story about little kids having sex.
Yeah, even there's no sex in Cuties.
No, I mean there's nothing even really close. She takes a picture of her. I was trying to think of how to say.
I think you said it right. That was good. You got it. That was the
timestamp on here, and
that was definitely the most appropriate way to say it. Don't worry.
She takes a picture of her vagina, and Yeah, that's probably the most explicit thing in the movie. I mean, what else does she?
Yeah.
She peels onions with
Yeah.
her grandma. Fuck, that might be more disturbing. You see that pile of onions she had to peel, she had to cut. That's what was giving me some fucking heartache. Going, oh my god, that's gonna take an hour. Fuck. Other than that, I wasn't too disturbed in the movie.
Yeah, I don't know. It really wasn't, and that's what was so like massive about the whole controversy was that it was so incredibly unfounded.
It was almost shocking when you actually watch the movie and you sit there
Yeah.
and go, okay, it's movie night tonight. I'm gonna watch something, and you go, I'm expecting a bloodbath of something, and then you get fucking a normal movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe that speaks to like us being desensitized or something,
But
but
even
I really
that,
think the people who
yeah,
were freaking out were just freaking out for fucking no reason.
yeah. But even as an objective viewer, if you look at it without any biases, or you try to at least remove yourself or your own opinion from the thing and just watch it as a piece of audio visual, I don't think there's anything in there that's even close to child pornography.
No.
I mean, even on the edges of it, they're little girls, and it's like you almost feel bad for these girls that they're kind of a bit lost dancing around, and that's how they
Yeah.
kind of get attention and stuff is by kind of going, oh, maybe we can try to be sexy and dance around for these 11-year-old boys, and the boys are kind of dildos, and I mean it's a normal high school kind of story.
Yeah, and the movie is made in a way that frames these characters in like a almost pitying light.
Yeah,
Like you said, like you're not, you watched. I like you said, I felt bad for these girls.
yeah. Well, especially Amy, I felt terrible for her with the family and the friends, and she can never balance it.
Yeah,
It was more a movie of going like, ah, fuck, can you find some balance in your life between the tradition and the modernity? Can you find something in there between traditional and the cell phone? It
yeah.
was really going, oh my god, she's wearing a crop top,
I
you know?
think if these girls were 13,
Yeah.
14, no one would have cared.
Yeah.
I think because for some reason they're right on the edge of being a teenager,
Hmm.
that it somehow made it worse.
Yeah.
But it was, I don't know, to me it was an important decision to make them that young because it's a real thing that with the internet people are, I wouldn't say growing up or maturing quicker, but they're exposed to adult content a lot quicker.
Yeah. They're more aware of what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. My introduction to fucking adult content on the internet was probably watching Two Girls One Cup.
Yeah, pretty
'Cause that was
well.
a fucking joke, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think I saw, what's the guy, Mr. Hands. That was a fun one. That's what the guy getting ass fucked by a horse.
Oh, okay, yeah, heard of that one. Yeah,
That's a classic one.
never had the pleasure of viewing it, but I've definitely heard of it.
Yeah, that was in college a fun video to send around when you were supposed to send like Dropbox links of your videos and stuff. The guy or the guy putting a jar up his ass too.
Yeah, seen that
Oh,
one.
those are too classic.
Yeah, those were
Oh yeah,
good.
here's my project. Open it up. That was a fun thing to do.
Fuck. As I was saying,
Yeah,
now it's, you know, people's introduction to adult content is Instagram models.
yeah, pretty well.
So right from the get-go, they have this idea of what
Mm,
adulthood looks like, and it's warped in the context of
Instagram.
social media and
Yeah.
appearances and all that stuff.
But it's almost more devilish to have it on Instagram than to see an explicit guy, like a guy getting fucked by a horse or something.
Yeah,
There's no metadata around it saying this is tagged as what would it be like oh, body positive, good for yourself, do it girl or something,
yeah.
like they have all these extra tags around it, like what's it, like a vision board linking this one subject to all these other little tags
Yeah,
with like maybe they're not true, maybe like this girl walking around in little little skimpy bathing suit jumping out is just a thirst trap and not really some kind of ooh, think for yourself positivity message. But it's wrapped up in all of it, and it's very confusing. I guess if you're 11 years old, you
Yeah,
go,
definitely.
when you see a guy getting fucked by a horse and the guy dies, you go, I guess I'm not going to get fucked by a horse. I mean, it's a straightforward message.
Not only that, but especially with like those videos and the type of things that were going around the internet when we were 11 years old,
Yeah,
you knew what you were getting yourself into.
yeah. Well, you
You
were
heard about that video at
yeah.
school, you went home, you looked for it to watch it to see what everything was all about.
You're going. I'm going on Gauntlet of Pain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch
but
all
when you're
30 videos.
but when you're just scrolling through social media, you're
Yeah,
not expecting that. Your brain isn't in that mode, in that setting to view that in the right context.
yeah,
So you're exposed to it. It slips in with the rest of the stuff you're exposing yourself to,
mhm,
which is a normal shit for whatever age bracket you're in.
yeah,
And then all of a sudden, this shit slips through, and it just feels more and more normal.
yeah. It is more diabolical when it's trying to hide its actual message.
Yeah, that's it.
When something is tagged as being a positive post and it's just like a pair of titties or something, and you go, well, I don't know if this has the right tag, like I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
if I'm seeing this in the right context, like on Instagram or something, I'm saying.
yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, that's it. And that's I think a big part of what this movie is getting at. It's just
Mm,
that's the sexualization that's happening.
yeah,
This movie isn't. I mean, yes, this movie itself kind of sexualizes young girls, but only in a way that it's exposing its viewers to the reality
yeah,
of, you know, what's going on right now and the fact that little girls are over sexualized, whether
mhm,
this movie exists or not. This
yeah.
movie is just shining a spotlight to it.
But it's almost like um, you kind of don't have the choice as the 11-year-old girl not to sexualize yourself to
Right.
get the kind of things you'd want, like popularity or friends or something like that, and any kind of attention. It's almost like there's no other way to get that kind of attention other than through sexualizing yourself. And we
Yeah.
see in the movie she goes too far when she sends the picture to Instagram or something, and the little kid's calling her a whore. I think that's in class near the three quarters through, I think. But this would be middle school, I imagine, like French middle school.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the school system works in France, so I can't really speak on
Mm,
what grade they're in or
yeah.
whatever.
It seems like they're in between elementary and high school, some kind of middle thing. Means if they're 11, they're grade 5 or 6, probably.
Uh, yeah, grade 6 sounds right.
But yeah, very interesting. Well, I don't want to spoil the ending of the show where we say our favorite shots, but an interesting angle too.
Yeah, it's not like she obviously doesn't know what she's doing,
Yeah, yeah.
which is it
Well, that's
is a
why.
good point. It speaks to their innocence and whatever, and the fact that they're
Mhm.
not they shouldn't be doing this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Well, I
yeah,
felt so bad for Amy throughout the movie, and when she missed the dance competition at the end and then spills the juice or whatever on her dress. Oh,
yeah,
this girl's life is just falling apart. She's making all the kind of wrong decisions, and
yeah,
you can see how it just spirals out when you're trying to, I don't know, trying to be someone you're not, I guess.
yeah. But I also kind of didn't feel bad for her sometimes because
Hmm.
she's kind of a dickhead for an 11-year-old girl.
Well, I think the other 11-year-olds were more dicks than her, though.
She almost killed someone
When was that? I don't remember.
when she's on her way to the last dance competition, right? And
Yeah.
she pushes this other girl in the lake
Yeah.
in the river, and
I
she's
forgot.
like, she could have not been able to swim. And for
Yeah.
a second, she's like, "Oh fuck, should I save her?" And then she's like, "Nah, I should go dance."
That is funny. I completely forgot about that scene. That is hilarious.
And like she steals her mom's credit card, right, and
Yeah.
goes on a fucking shopping spree, which
Yeah.
I guess probably happens more often than I might think, but it's still a dick fucking move.
No, that's definitely a dick move, but you can almost understand it because like she had set up this life for herself that she thought was
Yeah,
going to be perfect, and then it all crumbles down.
yeah,
And then her home life and her kind of personal life are both crashing in front of her, and this is kind of the only outlet she has is to take it out on the person that's kind of replacing her.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because she replaced her to begin with.
Girl originally, yeah.
Yeah,
She does become herself at the end. It is the standard ending where she floats away
yeah,
to
yeah.
a
What do
real
you think of that, actually?
I mean, it's the only kind of magic realist part of the movie, and it's
Yeah,
kind of shocking, I guess. Well, I guess the one sequence where it's slow motion after the shopping spree with the classical music is also almost magic realist because it's going, oh, this is not real speed, and this is not
yeah,
the
yeah,
music that we would hear normally in a movie like this, where it's all kind of ambient or kind of I forget the word, but diegetic music,
okay,
and I don't know, it's. The shopping spree is a bit of a break in the kind of standard story, and that ending I thought was quite standard. Also, just she
yeah,
becomes herself at the end. She's aware of what she did, and she's aware of herself, and she's happy at the end. And you go, oh, okay, I guess she's happy after all this kind of stuff goes down, and now she can go into being a teenager, knowing a bit more about herself, or being a bit more aware, or yeah, self-aware, I guess. What do you think?
I, I thought the ending came off as tacky.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's for sure it. It's
Yeah, like
yeah.
it ended with her skipping rope, and I was like, cool,
Mhm.
feel good ending, whatever. And
Yeah,
then she
but
starts floating, and I was like, oh fuck you.
yeah, she's floating out of naivety.
I was like, okay, fuck. I don't know. It felt like forced a little.
Definitely forced. I mean, it's a little bit of a shit end that kind of she she well fuck I already said she floats out into knowledge, I guess, out of being a kid into being an adolescent or being a teenager. And
Yeah.
I mean, we it's the standard, it's the formula ending. But I thought this movie itself was quite formula.
Yes, I agree. Oh, the
It,
dress. There was some magic realism with the dress. The dress bleeding.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This scene here, I mean, the way it's shot too, it's not the way they were shooting the rest of the movie,
Yeah, yeah, very much so.
but it is a fun break in between the kind of realism, the French kind of streets. You get a bit of cinematic fun, I guess. But this is the new poster as well. I mean, that's the new
Yeah, it
poster
is.
becomes
Yeah,
this. I mean,
yeah. The
even
four girls after their shopping spree, running around wearing underwear on top of their clothes.
yeah, I think both posters suck though.
Yeah, I agree.
They both don't really say what the movie's about. I mean, this kind of they're going, oh, we're little girls and we're kind of becoming women kind of thing. But I mean, even
Yeah,
that, it's kind of right in your face, blatant. And if you don't want the kid picking up the stuff, is pretty funny.
that was what I was gonna say. That's my favorite part of the scene. Just her little brother trailing behind, picking up all the extra underwear they're tossing around the street.
I
So
don't think I'd
funny.
want to put on that fucking under. Well, I guess they hang out in a laundromat all the time. They don't care. But yeah, I don't know. It's if you want to put off the message that we're not showing child pornography and then have kids wearing like little lingerie, I don't think they're you're really saving yourself. You know,
Yeah.
I was thinking take the original poster but put the main girl in a burqa. That's the perfect cover. I thought that would have been okay.
I think that might have been controversial for a different reason at that point.
Yeah, but, I mean, at least it's not kiddie porn.
True. There's this scene too
Or she
where
fucks the girl. Or
uh
her underpants come on.
yeah, she gets her pants pulled down.
Yeah.
And
That
like
is,
that's probably the most amount of skin you see in the entire movie.
yeah.
And
But
it's
saying it,
not that bad.
you kind of you understand like narratively why that happened. So it's kind of like,
Yeah, that's it.
oh, we
Yeah.
have to overdo it to show that we are women now kind of thing.
Yeah.
She's got they're making fun of her having baby underpants on. But I don't know, it's It's a pretty funny thing to do if you're in middle school. Like, I think I remember doing that to many people. Just walking down and you see something, you go, "Oh, this guy's a fucking idiot. I'm gonna pants him and push him over or something." That was a normal kind of thing you'd do to
Yeah.
get somebody.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
This isn't an out of the blue thing. She pulled her pants down, kind of thing. You go, yeah. You're trying to completely embarrass the person publicly as much as possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
It goes with it.
It's almost a go-to for some.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
If this was a different genre or something, if this was one of the gore horror movies that we were watching earlier in our podcast oeuvre,
Yeah.
I don't think a pantsing would be anywhere near someone getting eviscerated or something.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, excuse me. We were talking about it before. I just watched porno.
Yeah.
There's a fantastic scene of a man's mutilated junk.
Yeah.
He gets his balls exploded.
Okay.
And so someone proceeds to give him medical attention.
Okay.
And they fully on his mangled penis and balls, and they fully show everything.
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
He's like pulling the full testicle out of his scrotum and trying to shove it back in. All this shit, dude, it is fucking gnarly. It's so good.
Yeah, that's probably the peak of the kind of body horror gore kind of stuff. You can't get more visceral where you feel the feeling than someone getting ball surgery. You just go, "Ay,
yeah, it was fucking good." But like you said, like that movie exists.
Yeah.
And no one really cares.
Yeah.
And then this movie has a poster with girls dancing and everyone freaks out.
Yeah. I don't know if I've heard another story where there was such a big backlash to marketing. I mean, other than like maybe Walmart where they had the little black kid in the shirt that says "I'm a cool monkey" or something. That had
I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah, that was bad.
That was another marketing mayhap. But
that was also, their fucking mistake. Why the fuck would you do that? How could you not realize what you're doing?
Yeah.
But the Cuties poster they put up, it's not that bad.
No. Well, it looks like the show we were talking about before, the TLC show.
Yeah, It's fucking, I think, like, even Honey Boo Boo is way fucking raunchier.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, there's a context to the movie, but there's also the narrative of the movie. It's the coming of age story with the young girl, and you kind of expect certain things, and it was strange what things that you kind of knew were going to be in the movie that were kind of getting this backlash on.
The outfits they're wearing in the poster, the ones that they wear at like the final dance competition or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
To me, just look like pretty much what a cheerleading uniform, like a cheerleading practice uniform, would look like.
Oh, pretty much, yeah. I mean, I don't think they're doing anything like. It's not like they're wearing butt plugs and dunce caps or something. It's not over the top.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I thought the knee pads were funny, but that's besides the point.
The knee pads are good. The purple hair was a bit weird, though. A bit of a weird choice on the purple hair, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, well, she's 11. What do you expect? What do you want from her?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's also showing how stupid people are when they're 11.
Yes. Yeah. That I felt was the main part was just, it's just a movie about 11-year-old girls being 11-year-old girls and just being fucking stupid, which is what kids do.
Yeah, it's about kids not knowing how to act.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, I mean, it comes off. I thought it was a pretty standard, average, good enough coming-of-age story.
Yeah, me too. I don't know.
My favorite line in it, though, I think it was with this kid where she's like, "He's not even cute." She's like, "Oh, yeah? Then why do you turn red every time you see him?" She Because I'm
Yeah.
black. What do you mean?
Yeah, that was fucking.
That was a
pretty
good line.
Yeah.
That line was fucking funny.
I watched it in French with French subtitles.
Okay, that's interesting.
So I might not have I might not recognize the lines. If you feed me lines, I might not know where they're
Okay.
from right
I
away.
think that might have been the only one I wrote down. Just because it was too funny.
Yeah,
That's
when it
interesting you
comes
did it
time
like
for
that.
pardon?
That's interesting. You did it like that?
Yeah, well, I don't know. If I understand the language, then why not, right?
Yeah, I guess. And you're pretty well, even when you watch an English movie, you'll put English subtitles on.
Oh, always, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not out of the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll watch with subtitles always.
Hmm.
And yeah, so when I watch a French movie, I'll watch it in French with French subtitles. So I
Yeah.
can just
I think
the same thing.
the first half I think I did French, and then the second half I did English.
Okay.
And because I think the English, because I watched the beginning on my computer and then the second half on my TV, and I think automatically it had set it to like default English subs or English dub,
Okay.
and I don't think I noticed it first.
That's pretty funny.
For like 10 minutes, I was like, "Is
Yeah.
this French? This movie?" And
That's
then,
like when we did Fellini Satyricon.
well, that's just confusing.
That was like I don't know what language this is in.
10 different languages and none of them match. Dude, I want to watch that movie again so bad, dude. That movie rocks, dude.
So funny.
So yeah, I guess that's kind of the controversial aspects of the movie. Do you want to kind of get into normal analysis?
Yeah, I mean, we covered a good chunk of the analysis
Yeah.
while talking about the controversy. Just the whole social media and how
Yeah.
that whole thing. The only other angle I think we didn't cover is the you had mentioned it earlier, the tradition versus modernity with the whole Muslim upbringing versus the this part of her life.
Cell phone upbringing.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's almost like the themes in the movie are almost self-explanatory, though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's not much ambiguity.
No, it's the two sides of the coin that make up the kid. You know, it's in your face. We understand that this is going on.
And they're not spoon feeding it to us either, but it's still not ambiguous. Like you said, it's just a clear cut, regular movie for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, it is shocking that a movie such as this just blew up so much. Some French movie that no one would have watched otherwise.
Yeah, definitely. Because I absolutely would not have watched this without the controversy.
No, yeah, 0%.
There's no way I would have seen this on Netflix and been like, "Oh yeah, this looks like my type of movie."
Yeah.
So kudos, because the marketing kind of worked.
I guess so. Yeah, it did effing blow up. Maybe that's the plan the whole time.
Maybe market it as fucking. Yeah, I mean that kind of makes sense to me.
I mean that would be the peak of marketing, the Don Draper of marketing. If in 5 years they go, this was all a plan, we made fucking $1 billion on it. F you, dummies, you know? That would be amazing. You'd have to clap for the fucking guy who came up with that plan.
I really wouldn't put it past them. I feel like that's happened before. Yeah, I mean, that's what Spring Breakers did.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. Okay, we've talked about marketing a few times then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, that would be a genius plan. And it worked out well in Spring Breakers.
Yeah, it worked out very well for them.
Quite funny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like I don't have enough knowledge about Muslim households and tradition to really go deep into that.
But I mean, you can get the idea, you know?
Yeah, that's it. The only way I can relate to it is to, compare it to like if they were Christian.
Yeah.
But it's all pretty similar, I find.
Oh yeah.
Same kind of.
Just like conservative old world kind of values. Yeah.
There's a few angles I can't relate to, like them being a minority, them being immigrants.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But
even if you can't relate, you can understand though.
Yes. Yeah. And that's also not really at the forefront. Obviously, it's impossible to ignore that fact.
Yeah.
It's a Muslim family for a reason.
Yeah.
But
But I guess they want the two extremes, I guess.
Yeah, but I think also the director is from that same.
Yeah. Well, I thought that this was like kind of autobiographical from the director. That's what I was kind of getting the picture, that these are kind of moments from her either childhood or things that she saw happen that she kind of meshed together into a story.
I don't think so, because then she would have to be younger than us, the director.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I read online that she got the idea for the movie because the last talent show
Yeah.
thing,
Hmm.
um, the director walked by a park and there was an event like this going on in the park,
Yeah.
and it was in like an immigrant community or whatever,
Hmm.
and she was blown away. She was like intrigued by the difference between the fact that like for the majority of the audience was wearing very conservative or traditional clothing,
Yeah.
and then all these people on stage dancing were
Hmm.
wearing practically nothing as dancers do.
Yeah. That is an interesting dynamic there, because when something's a show, it's almost a free for all.
Yeah.
Like you could be in the most conservative kind of household, but then you go, "Oh, I'm going to do I don't know, play some music," and you start dancing around and jumping around and doing stuff. You go, "Oh, it's a great show," kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also, I mean, it's the same reason why you can break almost any law
Mm,
during a performance. Like you can
yeah,
smoke indoors if it's part of a performance.
yeah,
You can drink in public if it's part of a performance.
yeah.
There's a bunch of laws. Public nudity is legal if it's part of a performance.
Mhm.
Obviously not,
In a
you know.
theater, though, you're allowed. Yeah, in a
Yeah,
theater.
exactly. Even I'm sure you could probably get a good enough lawyer to argue that if you organized like theater in the park,
Hmm. But
you could
yeah,
probably pull it off.
it would have to be almost closed from the general
Yeah,
public,
yeah,
though. Yeah, but I'm
probably.
sure you'd be allowed. Yeah, I'm very sure you'd be allowed. And I mean, it should be like that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Hmm.
and yeah, for the most part, it's kind of good. I think it should be like that too. It's good that we have that separation.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah, definitely.
What's
Any
your
anything else?
I don't know. Let me check my notes here. I've never had that much fun doing laundry before. Was my first note.
And
The
just dancing?
yeah, the I guess she's Portuguese or Spanish. The kind of friend character.
Yeah.
She does have fun. Yeah, there you go. Reggaeton blasting and 30 laundry machines. Those laundry machines look absolutely terrible. You'd expect to see mold, and that's probably wet and humid in there. Oh, it just looks like a miserable building. I wouldn't be dancing. My second note here is, the mom had that bedroom where she was keeping for the husband and the new wife.
Yeah.
I thought she was smoking crack in there for like the first third of the movie. The first third of the movie, I'm going, when's the drug habit going to come out? I thought that's what
That's
the
so
movie was
fucking
about.
funny.
Uh, oh yeah, the part where the girl disinfects the cut with Tide and spit. You remember that part?
Yeah.
That was disgusting.
Yeah.
That was sickening, that part.
Or when they're disinfecting their friend after she touches the used condom.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That was fucking hilarious. They're just shoving soap down her throat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought it was a snake.
But it's fucking like this is this is a perfect scene of what we were talking about before of just this movie's just about kids being kids.
Yeah, and
Just
like
kids being stupid, not knowing what things are
yeah,
and what to do, and
they're pretty good actors, these kids. Oh, just hand soap in the mouth with that's definitely the sponge from the kitchen sink.
yeah.
Like the most germ-filled part of the house. That's disgusting.
Yeah, and I love how they're like, you can't touch used condoms, you'll get AIDS. And she's like, but I didn't know.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Like,
never mind then. It's
oh,
we're good then.
you didn't know? Okay, never mind. Yeah, you're good. You're safe. You're clean. It only works if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, you're telling the cops that after you killed 10 people. I didn't know. I thought it was cool. I've played Call of Duty.
I thought it was a balloon.
Yeah. That's a kind of funny thing too, where you'd be like she was so nervous that she thought her friend, or so insecure, I guess, that she thought this is so funny too. She starts bombing her head to the worst dancing ever.
Yeah, I thought that was funny too.
Sitting in the laundry machine. What was I just saying there? Oh yeah, with the girl there who touched the condom, she's so insecure that she thinks she just by touching a condom she's going to lose all her friends and be an outcast kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like that's so you could probably literally shit your pants with your pants down and puke everywhere, and your buddies would be like, "Fuck, what a dummy!" You know? you want to get coffee tomorrow or something, you know?
But I mean, that's how kids are.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're not secure yet.
No,
I like the running gag that she doesn't own any crop tops, so she wears her younger brother's clothing.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that always made me laugh.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do if you want to have the aesthetic. That starts bobbing her head. This pile of onions. I have the big pile of onions was scary as one of my notes.
She's just looking at that too.
Do you see those onions anywhere? That's a fucking pile, dude.
Oh, it's a healthy serving.
Cutting onions.
It's almost the size of her.
Like that's a comical shot. Like a cauldron, a steaming cauldron, and a pile of onions 2 feet tall. That is hilarious. And she's crying.
And I love how she doesn't have a kitchen counter or a chair.
Yeah, sit on the ground.
Sitting on a bucket.
Imagine what that room smells like.
Oh man, onions, I imagine.
Oh, probably, yeah. Probably onions, and just garbage bags filled with onions. And look how many eggs they have in the back. 1, 2, 3. That looks like 4 trays of 36 eggs.
Yeah.
That's
they're cooking. They're cooking for a wedding. That's also weird to me that they're cooking for a wedding weeks before the wedding.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that. Maybe this is all prep.
Fuck. It's a lot of. I mean, I guess it's a lot of onions. You got to come.
Yeah. So. I mean, I guess onions can't really go bad like that in a week. Cut up onion, maybe it might get soggy.
Looks like they're making some sort of broth, though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Senegalese food, so I'm not sure what.
Yeah, same. Maybe it's just boiled onion. Is that what they eat? Just boiled onions?
I mean, I'm imagining it would be some kind of boiled onion dish.
Just hot onion water. What a great wedding.
Go, tastes like shit.
Oh, fuck. I like the. Did you put onions in here?
That's a good line from MASH. That I stole that from MASH. That line.
Yeah.
2 main characters are in Japan having like some kind of sashimi or something, just raw fish, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, it tastes absolutely terrible. Oh yeah, yeah, like shit." Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have another note here saying, or it's kind of like what you said before, it's her own actions that lead her into these situations that she kind of has to find her way out of, but that's kind of growing up also.
Yeah, that's it. Just stumbling through life.
Yeah, The Exorcist kind of lays it out pretty well. The Exorcist kind of spoon feeds it to you. When that priest comes in.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, everyone goes through this. It's tough, but you'll make it." Like, that kind of tells you the story right there.
This part?
Yeah. That is pretty funny that some guy just comes in to exorcise the demons out of you.
Yeah, I agree. And then, is this before or after the grandmother actually does exorcise her?
I think this might be after.
Oh, yeah, it's right here. I thought you meant this, because this scene threw me off.
Oh, where the grandma's freaking out?
Yeah, the grandma and the mom are just flinging what I thought at first to be holy water, but it's just bottled water.
Yeah, that's Nivea, France.
And then she starts freaking out, like she's dancing the demons away.
Yeah.
She's twerking the demons out of her body.
Yeah.
But then the next day she's back, going to dance and everything's normal. Like, I don't know.
Well, it's almost like she's putting on a show here too.
Yeah.
Like this is almost the same thing as the dance show at the end. It's just a performance. Because the mom's going, "What the hell? What the hell?
This wasn't what's going on here.
No, you smell
she has no
honey.
idea.
We're trying to give you a bath." Oh yeah, another thing here. I mean, you saw Little Miss Sunshine?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That's the same dance scene, same dancing, and it's a younger
You're
girl.
right.
It's the
Yeah.
exact same thing, and that's a funny movie, and people love that movie.
Yeah, you're right. It's almost the exact same movie.
Pretty well. Pretty much. It's a coming of age. She dances, and it's the super freak at the end.
Yeah.
Super freaky, and she's twerking and dancing around and everything.
You're right. I fucking forgot about that movie, but
It's
legit. It is. You're right. Good call. Well, there you go. Controversy solved.
Yeah, I mean that's those are all my notes now, pretty well for like filmic analysis. I mean, it's a pretty standard kind of modern shot. You have the kind of steady cam, stabilized handheld stuff, and the colors are nice. You got the kind of mahogany and yellow, and in the other shot we saw before, it was the white and the blue. I mean, the colors are nice. There's nothing, like this is nice, good palette in all these scenes.
Yeah.
But other than color design, there's nothing really to talk about, I don't think, for like actual filmmaking wise.
I agree. I didn't spot much.
I find it's kind of cheap to use the Steadicam. I find I'd prefer a dolly. It's almost like you put in the effort. Okay, we have to lay track down here, or we have to get some kind of machine to drag across, or you just have a guy holding a camera with a rig on and walking around. You can do whatever you want, unless it's some kind of like Terrence Malick poetry in the woods kind of thing, dancing around with the camera. But when you're just shooting a normal thing like this, it kind of feels a bit, okay, get the Steadicam, get the 50 millimeter, we'll shoot the whole movie in a weekend kind of thing.
Well, that might be a budget issue too.
Yeah, but...
Because I can't imagine this thing had a great budget.
No. Well, I mean, maybe now it probably blew up. She's probably the fucking #1 director in France now.
I think I read on Wikipedia this movie only grossed like $600K.
That's crazy. That's probably because Netflix is getting all the back end now.
Yeah, probably.
Netflix is probably raking it in, dude.
Yeah. Well, actually, they had the highest percentage of subscription cancellations because of this movie. I mean, obviously, there's no way to prove that it was because of this movie, but it lined up with the same month that this movie was released.
I mean, maybe, but it's all kind of... I mean, I can't see a normal people going, I'm canceling my Netflix subscription.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't like a poster.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be quite a fragile individual to do that. I'm thinking it's more like these kind of Southern conservatives in the States that would be doing anything, going, I'm going to go look at a cow's udder for 3 hours, not watch Netflix, you know? So.
Is that what they do down there?
Fuck, probably. I'm going to go lick wood. That's something.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you want to jump into favorite scene, favorite shot?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You have one off the top of your head?
Yeah. And I think usually I pick my favorite aesthetically, I guess, is usually how I pick. But this time, I think this probably is my favorite. I don't know what they say in English, but it's when Amy's just like outside of her whatever prayer. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mass, but not because they're not Christian.
Yeah.
And she's looking at all the older women's asses as they walk by.
Yeah.
And she's so focused on this girl's ass and she's obsessing with it and all this shit that she's missing the fact that this girl's talking about how she's fucking poor.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like, that one shot was like a perfect microcosm of the movie as a whole, because it's just the fact that these girls are so focused on becoming sexually matured adults
Yeah.
that they're losing complete perspective of everything else about life.
Mm-hmm.
And which is to me what the movie is mostly about. So
Yeah.
that one shot, when I saw that one shot, I was like, I don't know, just that juxtaposition of
Mm-hmm.
her staring directly into this girl's ass
Yeah.
and the girl having like probably one of the worst conversations she's ever had.
Yeah. And like, this is probably something that young girls would actually do, you know? Like, they're
Yeah.
probably looking at cleavage more than the little boys.
Yeah, probably. I think little boys are probably like throwing rocks at each other.
Yeah. Eat a worm. No, you eat the worm. That is a good moment. I think that whole scene is quite telling of the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Because I thought for a second you had picked the same shot that I picked for my favorite one.
Oh yeah.
Mine is one shot before the one you picked, where she's in her full gown watching her
Yeah.
under there. That's my favorite one.
That too. You're right. That whole sequence.
Yeah. Or actually, I don't even know if it's here. It might be like in the next section. I'm not sure. But, I don't know. I guess it's here, yeah. And it just looks like she's kind of bobbing to the prayer, but she's watching some twerking videos. And it's the same thing. Yeah, exactly here. It's the same
Yeah.
thing like you said. It's not the most aesthetically pleasing movie or shot, but I mean, it tells you the theme of the movie and you go, I understand what this movie is about now.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
But
Yeah.
it's this wide shot here where everyone's kind of humming to the prayer and she's going, "Oh yeah, big booties."
Yeah. Exactly.
That is so funny. Yeah. We're literally one shot away from each other for the same kind of thing,
Yeah. Chosen for the same reason too, and everything.
pretty much.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. What else here? Yeah, that is the extent of my notes now for the film.
I'm not sure. I suspect reviews will be pretty predictable.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking they would either be, "Oh, this is disgusting," or "Oh, you guys are idiots for thinking this
Yeah.
and not watching the movie."
Yeah. I think that's what we're gonna get to.
Yeah, because I don't think there's going to be any real reviews. You know, it's
Yeah.
going to be all critical of other people watching the movie.
Let's read this one. 2.5, just for fun. Nice mid-range review. You know.
Yeah, we don't usually do that often.
You want to read it?
I don't really know what to say about this. It doesn't deserve the absurd hate, but also doesn't justify certain parts. Beautiful cinematography. Great final shot. And all the child performances are fantastic. I really love I wouldn't say child performances because that kind of paints it in a different light. Child performances, I would say, would be under like 9 kind of thing. This would
Okay.
be like pre-teen kind of thing. Like this is kind of Nickelodeon age. I wouldn't say it's child. It's not like a fucking baby.
Yeah. Okay. I know what you mean.
How
old was Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone?
He was probably younger.
Yeah.
Probably. Like that would be a child. I guess they're child actors, but they're almost teenagers though.
Yeah.
So,
I know what you mean.
yeah, it's a little bit in that gray area there. I guess
Which I think is why they chose that age for the movie too.
maybe why people were upset as well.
Yeah. True.
I really love the energy Ducouré is able to bring to the screen, and I love a lot of oh, hold on a second, I forgot how to talk English. And I love a lot of what this is attempting to do. But it's kind of empty sometimes and offers just enough to give you a surface level exploration of this kind of topic. The baby deserved more screen time. The baby deserved more screen time.
Probably the kid that we were laughing when he's running around following them. I think, but I don't know if I'd call that kid a baby.
Baby, no, this is a strange review. Surface level exploration of this kinda topic, but she means kind of, not kinda.
Yep.
The baby deserved more screen time. Karsten Rundquist, you Swedish dummy, bad review. Sounds like a
yeah, I like how beautiful cinematography, great final shot.
That's the funniest.
Probably my least favorite shot of the film.
Yeah. And like, what's beautiful about that shot? It's in a street, and then it's all just on the computer made. There's no real cinematography there. There's nothing cinematic about it. It's just CGI.
Okay.
There's an A plot and a B plot. The B plot is about a girl who defies traditions that intervene with her beliefs and is actually decently written. The A plot is for Discord mods.
I don't get it.
Fun enough review. I'm on Discord.
Oh, here we go. This is perfect. The first half-star review opens with, I haven't actually watched this film,
Yeah.
but I've taken a brief look at it. The cinematography looks good. The pedophilic tendencies of the script are not.
But what does that mean? Pedophilic tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
The script tends to be pedophilic.
Yeah.
In what sense, though? More so than any other thing, or more so than Big Mouth, where we're actually seeing a kid having sex with a pillow and coming all over himself.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I don't know how he can know what the script tends towards without watching the movie.
Yeah, I mean, this seems to be, but does a brief look at it mean you Googled it and you scrolled through the images?
Yeah, yeah. Or he probably scrolled through. He probably searched Cuties 2020 on Twitter.
Yeah, the trailer or something.
Yeah, I don't
Not
know.
only is this just child porn, but any of its artistic choices very clearly just rip off Celine Sciamma. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Let's do a little Google on this. This might be funny.
French screenwriter and film director. Oh, she did Portrait of an Artist. Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Yeah.
My Life as a Zucchini.
Okay, well, these are good enough movies.
Yeah. Water Lilies.
Yeah, well, these are proper art movies, though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So
Have you seen Portrait of a Lady on Fire?
I've taken a brief look at it on. Celine Sciamma.
I wish they specified which ones, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Artistic choices. It's a funny name, though, her username.
Given name, family name. Smart enough.
This person's review is a YouTube link. I will not click it because the only YouTube channel that exists is ours.
That is true. That is true. Who is this movie made for again? I don't know. Fucking some French asshole who wants to watch a movie. Who cares?
I imagine the implication here is that he thinks it's made for pedophiles.
I think this next review is perfect.
Yeah.
At the beginning. Whoever gets sexual enjoyment out of this boring, disgusting, drawn-out, stupid 89% on Rotten Tomatoes scoring award-winning piece of shit deserves to get their hard drive confiscated and get kicked hard in the balls or pussy. Hey, all of you, bitch. That's a funny enough review. This movie's too boring to be fucking...
Fuck. I love how he's, implying that you should get sexual enjoyment from this.
Yeah, or out of any movie in general.
Yeah. I think he thinks he's on Pornhub.
Yeah. Christian show. Pretty funny review. These are all too long and just boring, dumb things.
Yeah, it's obviously just stuff about...
Yeah. I like the guy who was kind of going, or playing into... Oh my god, the review here.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
What were you saying?
I don't know. I was just reading the end of her thing, and it seems like a dumb review. But I forget what I was saying. I was just laughing at the guy saying the movie was boring.
Yeah, all right.
Like he's playing into the narrative and piece of shit garbage. All potential praise of the film given and neglected by the fact that children were exploited and coerced into performing provocative dances.
Nice.
Scum who worked on this film should be thrown in prison with Epstein. This is before Epstein ran away to his island as living a great life. Epstein's living it up on the middle of Earth with Hitler and dinosaurs.
I like that he's implying that these unionized actors were exploited and coerced into performing.
Yeah.
Fun fact. The director worked extremely closely with a child psychologist who was on set every single day to make sure that the children were comfortable and okay with their parts and all that shit.
Hmm. It's
Which
funny
took
that
me a whole 2 minutes of Googling to find.
yeah, it's funny that people don't look deeper than you know anything.
Yeah. It's funny. This review was uh, 29th of November. So this wasn't even during the heat of the controversy. This guy came back 2 months later to shit on this movie.
That is quite fun. And why is he bringing Epstein reference out like a year later?
Oh, I think he just pedophile stuff.
I guess so. He should be thrown in prison with Epstein. That's
Let's
a
go make fun of Kyle. Ah, fuck. His favorite movies are good though.
well, not the
Shit.
world's end, really.
Yeah, I can do without that one.
Yeah. Recent activity: Birth of a Nation, Cuties, Borat.
At least he gave Birth of a Nation half a star.
How do you give Birth of a Nation half a star?
It's about the Klan killing black people. He
Oh,
doesn't care how great the cinematography is. His
that's
name
like
is Kyle.
that's the first movie like ever, really. That's the first real movie with close-ups and everything. That's
Yes,
interesting.
but Nick, it's about the Klan killing black people.
Well, I mean, Borat's about a guy fingering his daughter.
But then what? I'm curious to see now if he rated Inglorious Bastards. Oh, he has a quarantine list.
Oh, let's see.
Quentin
All
Tarantino.
Tarantino ranked number one, Django. Number two, Inglorious Bastards. I'd say Inglorious Bastards is probably the best.
But he see this is interesting because he ranked. If he doesn't like Birth of a Nation because it's about the Klan, oh, I guess Inglorious Bastards is about Jews killing Nazis and not the other way around.
Yeah, yeah. And
So
also
maybe that one's
Django
exempt.
also is the reversal of the slave role and the
Yeah.
what else does he have in there? Marvel ranked films. Okay, no, this guy's actually a bit of a dildo. And Pixar ranked films. No, this guy, he started off maybe, and he went downhill after this.
Yeah.
Jesus Hates Zombies. Never heard of that movie.
Looks pretty good, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, modern exploitation movies are quite fun. All right, well, Kyle sucks.
Yeah. Hey, another Jeffrey Epstein reference.
Lagusto Esto. So Jeffrey Epstein's favorite movie.
Oh, here you go. This is a good one. I'm gonna read the very first bit and I'm gonna skip all the way to the end.
Yeah,
I didn't watch this. This is child porn.
yeah. What commercial release?
I didn't watch this, but the fact that it's child porn that was commercially released and is being defended by the masses kind of automatically makes it the worst film of all time. Don't even try to argue this is child porn. You started this review by admitting you haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, that is a funny argument to make. I mean, no other argument. You would need some kind of proof or something, you know?
Yeah, but Nick, what you expect him to watch child porn?
Yeah, I guess so.
Which I mean, it's like, oh, you haven't watched the movie. How can you have an opinion on it? And then they're like, well, I don't want to watch child porn.
Yeah, I mean,
They just put themselves in a box. It's a foolproof argument.
it is quite foolproof. Can we
They
see what
hate it
else?
because it's child porn, and they're not going to watch it because it's child porn.
Can we see what else Rollify has been watching or hasn't been watching but reviewing? Favorite films: Whiplash, Full Metal Jacket, Pulp Fiction, and A Space Odyssey. I don't want to watch Space Odyssey. I don't believe in the moon landing. Recent activity. I mean, to put these in your favorite, you're a bit of a dildo too, though.
Yeah, it's kind of too predictable. I find it's kind
It's
of
a
weird when
little
people
bit
put.
much.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
like this
little
dude
bit much.
Googled best movies of all time and then put those in his.
Yeah, but not even best movies of all time. Best English American movies of the last 40
Yeah,
years or something, Like they're not, I don't know. Let's
yeah, I know what
watch
you mean.
American Psycho, Eyes Wide Shut. I mean, this guy's seems like a 15-year-old kid going, I'm into movies.
Oh, he watched the Smosh movie and he rated it 5 stars.
That's
So
quite funny. The director of the Smosh movie is what's his name? Eric Winter?
Alex Winter.
Alex Winter. And he's the guy from what's the fucking movie? He's the actor in Bill and Ted, not Keanu Reeves.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and he also directed the Zappa documentary that just came out, which I wanted to watch.
That's fucking funny.
I want to see that Frank Zappa documentary. So
Zappa?
yeah, it looks effing good.
Who plays Zappa? Is it a documentary or is it a biopic?
It's a biopic, but it's more about like him than the music, but
Okay.
it's all like his archives and everything from like the family vault.
Cool.
So it's all like of the times film. Yeah. Chronicles that have never been brought to the public before. What else do we have any 5 stars? These all seem this movie is so bad. Please kill it with fire. It has good potential, but it's horribly mishandled. What a shame. Time waste. It's fucking simple as shit. Is support the movie. You're actually a fucking pedophile.
Where'd you read that?
This top one here.
Okay, yeah. And fucking gullible. Oh, he's rewatched it and he still thinks it's child porn.
Oh, they're trying to send a message about sexualizing children. Shut the fuck up. They failed so bad that they turned everyone against them. But pedophiles. Fuck you on 10.
See, that, the fuck you on 10 is kind of funny. But the thing is that, like, I don't know, at this point he's blaming Netflix for marketing it badly.
Absolutely disgusting. A girl takes a pic of her vagina and posts it online.
You've never watched porn before.
Yeah.
This guy obviously hasn't seen Two Girls, One Cup.
Oh, this guy's even a bigger dork, dude. This guy is an absolute dorkus. Rushmore, Whiplash, Scott Pilgrim, and Psycho just to put a cherry on it. Yikes.
Hey, what do you think of Your Name, though? 5 stars.
I, too, woke up touching my penis. It's like I've never seen it before.
Okay, so this guy's jerking off to anime, and he's complaining about Cuties. And mind you, there's nothing wrong with jerking off to anime. But this anime specifically is definitely not jerk-off material.
If you get... It's the same thing I find where, like, you always hear stories about the guys who are like, oh, God hates they're going to burn in hell. And then those are always the guys who end up getting caught being gay.
Yeah.
Or wait, do I have to recut that? You always see these guys who are like, God hates gays.
I didn't even fucking notice.
And
that's so funny.
I don't want to get demonetized.
We're not even monetized yet.
You never know.
No, we'll get canceled in 10 years if someone finds that. Yeah,
but you always see these guys who are like, oh, I hate these gays. The gays are going to burn in hell. And they're always the guys who are sucking dick on the side, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's the same thing with everything almost, where you go like, I fucking hate tapioca, but like secretly you're munching on tapioca or something.
Okay, you lost me with the tapioca.
That wasn't a good example.
No, I don't know, but I think I know where you're getting at. Like,
I think, the people who are actually like really upset about a movie like this might have some kind of pedophilic tendencies themselves that they're trying to suppress or something.
Yes,
you know?
I agree. I think definitely. Yeah, they probably saw the poster and they were like, ooh, and then they were like, oh God, no.
Sick, but it's because they're almost sick, maybe because I've watched a lot of gay movies, explicitly gay, and you go, that's a funny scene, you know? You're not viscerally repulsed by it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it seems that the people who are themselves, or like some kind of closeted hiding away these kind of aspects of the personality, are the ones who always,
complain. Yeah. They're in uproar about it. Yeah, I know.
Or they fight hardest against it.
Yeah. And we're talking about, like, people are talking about this movie as if it's literal child porn. When there's, like, have you seen a Serbian film?
No. I do know about it, though.
Yeah. One of the final shots is a dude fucking his unconscious child.
Yeah.
And, it's a kid.
Yeah.
And there's a literally explicit child rape in the movie.
Yeah.
And that movie exists.
Mm-hmm. The same thing as 100 Days of Sodom.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I guess those movies are kind of known for that.
Yeah. And 100 Days of Sodom was like the studio got burned down and all the footage was stolen and everything.
Have you seen it?
Just bits and pieces. I'm not too interested.
Yeah, I'm more.
That's Peter Paolo Pasolini. I'm not really into him that much.
Okay. I'm like more interested just because of the reputation the movie has.
Yeah. Well, I was almost more into it when we were talking about Casanova, Fellini Casanova, because the original cut of that movie, I think, was burned when the studio was burned down when they were trying to get rid of 100 Days of Sodom. But Pasolini, he's a bit weird, kind of. Like it seems a bit low budget, a lot of his stuff. And it looks like just kind of 60s free sex kind of stuff, but also like hints of like misogyny kind of weird stuff where you go, okay, it's kind of dated, the stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it was, I guess, higher quality made, I'd be into it or something, but I don't know.
4K remaster, you'd be into that?
I mean, even the remaster, the shooting itself is kind of,
yeah, it
looks like dollar store kind of stuff.
Okay.
The movies I'm thinking of, at least.
I think for these four first 5-star reviews are all just jokes. The first one's a funny callback.
Sorry, I can't help it. I'm a Discord mod Reddit user. That one's funny. That's a funny one. Is the Best Thing and Wrong Ted Cruz? That's funny. Yeah. Directed by Dan Schneider is funny.
Yeah, I think that one's actually, I'm going to like that review because that's actually fucking funny.
That's a pretty good one.
For those who don't know, Dan Schneider is the, is he the CEO of Nickelodeon?
I think he's CEO, or he's a big showrunner though. iCarly and all those shows. He was a showrunner for all those.
And he was known to hang around set for a little bit too long. He would leave a linger.
Well, wasn't it the thing that he was taking pictures of all the girls' feet?
He was doing a lot of weird shit.
The Reddit mod, mod Reddit user is quite funny.
Yeah,
that one is quite funny.
I like how it's just a reference to another review on this website that barely anyone uses. It's so funny.
Well, the guy's name is Nick. He's got the good bits.
Hey.
Let's see what he likes. I bet he likes good stuff. With a name like that, he must like good stuff. Trainspotting, Space Odyssey, Big Lebowski, Grand Budapest.
That's about what I was expecting. I mean, he gave...
Incredibles.
What is the fuck is what is this?
The Incredible Socka. The Incredible Socks. Cinema. The Incredibles DVD. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's made by... I thought this was like a low-budget fucking sock puppet version or something.
Funny enough, I guess.
He gave the Florida Project a 1.5 stars.
Yeah.
Bruh. That's a good movie. Okay,
I hate children. Well, I guess.
That's a good point. Yeah, I'll take it.
So this guy's got some kind of something. Big Lebowski's good.
Yeah.
Space Odyssey is good. Grand Budapest is fun.
Trainspotting is good.
Trainspotting is nice. Trainspotting, I found it was good the first time, and then subsequent viewing, it's kind of like, yeah, I get it. Trainspotting.
Yeah, 28 Days Later is definitely my favorite Danny Boyle, though.
That was, I think we talked about that before. That was one of the first movies shot on digital. And you just set up 100 cameras and just go, okay, we need like 5 seconds to shut the street down, but they have 200 shots, you know?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. He's got an okay list, I guess. Damn, this was actually way better than I anticipated. Probably the best thing I've watched from Sundance 2020 so far. This guy's just an asshole. I watched the full Sundance 2020 catalog, and this was the best thing so far.
What else came out of Sundance this year?
I don't know. But I mean, I couldn't tell you one thing. This guy's watching every single thing on the program.
Hey, he knows what he's doing, man. He's got Sneaky Long,
Small Axe, Bad Day at Black Rock, The Seventh Victim, Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always.
He doesn't have any favorites, though. This is just his recent
Oh, that's
activity.
okay. I thought that was
Yeah.
his favorites.
Oh, he's seen Zappa.
Oh, let's see what he said.
He didn't say anything, but he gave it 4 stars.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty good, and I'm quite the Zappa fan.
Does he have any lists? Oh my god, he has way too many.
He's got best of every year.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh, I think I agree with. Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say I agree with his 2014, but I only saw Inherent Vice. All of the other movies stink.
Yeah, it looks like his best of is
Just the movies.
the Oscar list.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. This guy stinks. Let's see what's on the festival.
Yeah, how do I even do that? Programs?
I guess so.
What the fuck? How do I
Oh,
show
no.
me what you
Overview of opportunities or festivals, maybe?
schedule?
Yeah, that might be it.
Films.
Yeah. U.S. dramatic competition.
Just give me a full list, you bastards.
Yeah, there's probably they probably play 50 fucking movies though.
Yeah, true. All right, never mind then.
Anyways, I guess it was the best at Sundance this year.
It was the only movie at Sundance this
Yeah, we
year.
couldn't even get the program open.
Excellent and beautifully complex coming-of-age film. Don't judge it until you watch it.
I guess so. I mean, that's fair with any movie though, you know?
Yeah.
Don't judge it until you actually see that.
This is a good one. 5 stars. His review, cinema.
But then I kind of wouldn't agree with that one. I mean, it's not really the most cinematic movie ever. It's got the good color palette, but the camera movement itself, the themes of it are a bit drawn out, overused. What were we saying? The steady cam is kind of, it's a bit of a cheap thing. Just get a steady cam and do it all, you know?
Yeah, it feels like a budget choice.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you could get your hands on a crane and a dolly and all that shit, why not use it?
Nah, but I think that might even be a thing, like not only a budget choice, but also kind of an aesthetic choice where you go, okay, we want this kind of to move around and we want to feel fluid in it and move around the frame.
Yeah, that's fair too.
I don't know.
Also, like the whole like indie aesthetic is like still really in. Feels like it's been in for years. I don't know why people aren't over it.
I prefer personally the kind of maybe a locked camera with one movement in it. Like you don't want to confuse the image with I'm going to zoom in, pan over and tilt up and then follow the guy over here and track around. Like keep it a simple movement, compose the image. Yeah,
you're making me think of Hereditary.
Yeah. But
Hereditary had good movement.
Yeah. I do get in trouble at work a bit, not really trouble, but they say like I'm more for the image than the story.
Yeah.
So they're more focusing on the story they're trying to tell rather than the beauty of the image or the, you know.
Yeah, we've definitely talked about style over substance.
Yeah.
And I think we're both of the opinion that style is substance.
In cinema, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Storytelling is the kind of thread that ties all the arts together. Like it should be there, but you don't have to put it in the forefront because it's a given, you know?
Yeah.
You want something medium specific. So in cinema, definitely. You want cinematic images.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're saying, I think.
Yes, definitely. Pulled the words right out of my mouth. So this is pretty much what we expected. Yeah, I mean,
called it. It was a fun enough watch. I mean, it's a kind of maybe a Tuesday night movie kind of thing. Normal kind of flick. It's just insane, the controversy over marketing itself. Like the actual direction and theme of the movie seemed quite bland or standard. Just the marketing was blowing people's minds.
Yeah, even like that dude called it the best movie at Sundance.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised it won.
Yeah.
For directing.
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, it's good enough. There's some nice
good
shots
movie,
in it.
but
yeah, there's some nice shots.
Yeah, no.
It is the formula, though. It is the coming of age that you expect.
Yeah. I initially gave it 3.5 on Letterboxd, so out of 5. Yeah. But my personal rating system is different from ours, from the shows.
Yeah.
So if my rating differs, don't yell at me.
I was getting ready to.
Oh yeah, if I felt it.
But getting into that, what would you say, Lee, on 10, using the Monolith film scale where 5 is an average movie?
5.
Yeah, I'd agree.
It's pretty much a flat 5.
It's right down the middle.
Yeah, it's perfectly average.
Yeah, pretty well. I mean,
Yeah.
it's made properly. It's directed standard.
Yeah.
Everything is, that's it.
Doesn't really do anything wrong.
No.
Doesn't really do anything great.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Even keel pretty well.
Yeah.
And nothing was really shocking or disturbing to me, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the movie's reputation and the whole controversy and that whole story is almost better than the movie at this point.
Pretty well. Oh, almost certainly. But it's kind of funny that, like, sexuality or something gets this big stigma around it and this big story around it where, like, what's the other movie that everyone likes? The coming of age one with the kids where they're walking on the train tracks?
Stand By Me.
Yeah, Stand By Me. That's about kids, like, going to see a dead body and they're like, guys are getting killed and stuff.
Yeah.
And I know that's actual ending people's lives. And there's also,
we mentioned Harmony Korine when we just said Spring Breakers.
Yeah.
He wrote the script for kids.
Yeah.
That's an insane coming of age story.
Yeah. Is that the one with the AIDS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. That's what is so mind blowing about this movie, because when you actually watch it, it is incredibly tame.
Yeah, that is shocking. But to even have the idea that it would be somewhat pornographic when you're watching the movie, I think that's a problem with the viewer more so than the actual movie.
Yeah. If you watch Cuties and think it's porn, then you're the pedophile.
That might be the issue.
Yeah.
Well, that was a fun podcast.
Yeah.
I think we covered it pretty completely.
I think so too. Next time we'll have Ducouré on the show and she can explain her point of view.
Yeah, we're going to have her call in.
Tune in next week.
Just going to be your brother talking French. Do we have anything lined up for the coming weeks?
It's a surprise.
Yeah, I think a few things to chit-chat to post-podcast, plan-wise. Stay tuned, though. I'm sure we'll have a few more coming out.
Oh, we're back, baby.
We're back, baby.
We're fucking back.
We're back.
Yeah, the best podcast in the world is back.
There's no Christmas this year? Perfect.
Only Monolith.
Only.
Oh, did you see the news about the monoliths they're finding in the wild?
That was pretty cool, dude. But I mean, that's for sure some guy who's like, this is going to be funny in 10 years when someone finds this.
Yeah, well, like they found like satellite imagery dating back to like 2016. That monolith has been there for like 5 years.
Okay, that's fair.
But they also, I don't remember the artist. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Utah?
Yeah, Utah. Yeah.
Yeah. But there's this artist who all of his art looks like that.
Okay.
A lot of, like, he just puts a mirrored monolith in a room and takes a picture or whatever.
Yeah.
And so people just thought it was an art piece that he forgot about, and then now he's dead and he never told anyone.
Yeah.
And then we were just finding it now or whatever.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not aliens, but it's also
oh God, no.
Definitely not. It's a pretty funny thing to go like, this will freak people out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a video of a dude who goes up to it and he's investigating it, and it's like, it's not. He checks a bunch of. It's hollow.
Yeah.
It's not magnetic, and it's just 3 separate panels riveted together.
Yeah, like
it's obviously just man-made. Like someone made it in their fucking garage.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but someone tagged me on Facebook. They shared the article.
Yeah,
and they made a joke about how perhaps it was us doing some viral marketing.
Hey, that would have been good, dude. We should have put a podcast sticker on it, dude. We gotta get some
fly all the way to Utah just for the fucking
piece of mirror glass. We gotta get some merch, I think, dude. You get some Monolith podcast T-shirts going.
Ooh,
I'm down, dude.
I am down too, actually.
That's my Christmas gift to myself.
But it's just going to be every time we watch a movie, that has full frontal nudity. We're just going to add that to the t-shirt.
Just track it on it.
Just dicks. Just what's his name from the Blue Velvet?
David Lynch or the actor?
The actor.
The main guy, Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah, it's just Kyle MacLachlan's penis. That's our merch from that one scene where he runs into the closet naked.
That would rock, dude. Yeah,
just crop him out of that scene.
Yeah.
Just
an out of context close up. That would be good. Well, you know what? I think we have the merch right there, dude.
There you go.
I'm gonna make shirts and stickers and on merchpump.com, and that's the deal.
Yeah, it's funny because I think when we were watching that movie, we talked about how there should be more full frontal male nudity in movies.
Yeah.
So we just put that and we put a quote: "More full frontal, more dicks in movies." That's our merch.
I gotta say, I think we're pretty good at reviewing movies. I think we got the down pat.
I've heard nothing but good reviews from our audience. So,
and you remember maybe a year ago, someone commented on a video saying, "Oh, I love podcasts without video." Guess what, you South American asshole? We got it. Go back to Argentina and watch fucking horses walk around or something.
Are we still recording? Are you still recording?
I didn't even start recording. Oh, yeah, I'm recording.
Should we do an outro and then stop recording, or?
Yeah, we'll do a little outro. Keep all this in. I think this is funny enough.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for listening. This was another episode of the Monolith Film Podcast. You can find us everywhere on social media.
Mm-hmm. If you listen to the podcast and you don't follow us on Instagram, change that.
Yeah.
Because I want to get rid of my Instagram account and I want to only use the Monolith one.
Okay.
But we don't get enough user interaction.
Well, I mean, once you make it your personal thing, I think it'll get quite a few followers, friends, and everything.
Yeah, look into it.
Every time I see like some kind of criterion, something that we've looked at, I always post it on just the store.
Yeah. Because I did that to my Twitter. Like I don't have a Twitter anymore. I just have the podcast Twitter account.
Okay.
And I just tweeted about movies anyways. So I was like, why do I have two?
Might as well.
What's the point? Yeah.
But yeah, follow us everywhere. We got them all that stuff. Instagram, Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcasts, Anchor FM, everywhere you want. Do it. YouTube. Well, this video will probably be out this week sometime. We'll be promoting and posting and all kinds of stuff. And it's just in time for the Christmas season. Buy some Monolith Podcast merch.
Hey, there you go.
We have
plugging it already.
Give us some money and we'll figure something out. Might be able to print you a screenshot of Kyle's dick. I'll sign it. We'll sign it if you want.
There you go. Yeah, we'll sign Kyle's dick for you.
All right. Well, good podcast. Thank you for listening. Tune in next time.
Big dog status, I'm a big